Yeah, part two is on the rise. I don't see him that way. You know what I mean? And we don't see him, you see a lot of bullshit. And now we see, you know what I'm saying? So he's a demon as well. I would not vote for anyone that he is backing. You know what I mean? Right now, the people need to show their power. You know what I'm saying? And abandon the demon Democrats. You know what I'm saying? Abandon the bullshit that, that needs to be, they need to actually abandon the bullshit because they need to be spanked. And you need to spank them real good, like how mama used to get that belt out and put a couple lashes on your behind. You know what I'm saying? This is what the demon Democrats need. And those in the Republican Party that think that they're escaping just because you call yourself a Republican does not make no sense neither. We got to clean them out as well. That's a fucking point blank. But they need to be spanked. So you need to show your power. You know what I'm saying? You need to show the power, the people's power, not just chaos. You see. You see. You see. You can show strength without chaos. You know what I'm saying? You see? Because you're fighting a domestic battle. You know what I'm saying? So we see. You know what I mean? And where's Black Lives Matter in this matter? I'm still asking. You were out there before in the beginning running that Trapper Diamond. You said it was for George Floyd. But George Floyd was a person and a people and a black man in this country as well. You know what I'm saying? So if things go the wrong way, it still will affect us in many ways. You might want separation and to go home, or you might want to organize and be ready, or maybe you already are. But the fact of the matter is a lot of people are not. So we're not just going to see every soldier that was not prepared, become a victim. You know what I'm saying? So where's Black Lives Matter? Oh, I see. It's speaking out for my man, Kyrie. That's right. Now you're doing something right. That's right. They're stepping up for Kyrie Irving. You know what I'm saying? Nice ball handler on that brother. You know what I'm saying? Kyrie. So, see, Black Lives Matter is speaking up for him, and that's a good thing. That's right. So, we see. You know what I'm saying? It worked, but that's where you should be. You know what I'm saying? And, what? The president allowed, I think the president allowed open borders, didn't he? He was preaching that on his little campaign trail, open borders, you know what I'm saying, to the point that he would use it in a campaign speech. It was very unusual and very worth paying attention to, especially when you look at the rush on the border and the hundreds and thousands and millions of people who is trying to come over here thinking that they're going to come to this country. One thing America always seemed to play up is the bigness of this country. You know what I'm saying? And to fit all these people from all over the world into this country is also not a good thing as well all the time. Because, when you look at America, America is really not that big of a country. You see what I'm saying? You act as if like America is bigger than Africa. It's not. You know what I mean? But he was using it on his campaign speech. Biden and Kamala was saying, that they were saying they wanted open borders. You know what I'm saying? They wanted open border policy and different dumb shit like that they were saying, which didn't make much sense to me. What this is about, you know what I'm saying, was chaos. You know what I'm saying? Pure chaos. And that's what we see with them. So we don't know why the Kamala and them they're thinking they're fooling somebody. You answer that question. How many people in different races of people are going to fit into this country comfortably and not put a squeeze on many things, as we see? And we can't allow that to be all the time, because we have to think about the people who live here as well. Because they knew, Kamala and Biden, they knew, they was doing garbage, blood sucking sacrifice garbage around me for years. You know what I mean? You know, but they were doing garbage in our political scene. You know what I mean? And even as lower level, when there was governors, mayor, whatever they might have been, or district attorney, they was doing garbage then too. Just say they were doing garbage for years. This behavior shows that this, you know what I'm saying, that it actually shows this in the actions that they were taking and doing for many years, thinking they were fooling somebody. You know what I mean? Like I said, sometimes you may be watching the wrong people, but that don't mean you're watching the scene. You see? Because, you have to be, on your game. You know what I'm saying? But it shows this, that we see was the plan. And now, you know what I'm saying, we begin to realize as they coming out. You know what I'm saying? He's coming out. It was the plan. Now I hear Moderna talking about, sending doses to Africa. You know what I'm saying? When they're already building a facility over there to make this stuff. When Sweden abandoned Moderna treatment, you know what I'm saying, on the news. You know what I'm saying? We must get rid of Fauci because Fauci is bullshit. I told you then, and I'm still saying it now. Even though Pharaoh had to go in on the damn head. You know what I mean? But it was good enough because they put a focus on exactly who may be the weasel in the game. You know what I'm saying? He is a beast to me. That's the way I see it. He's a beast to me. You know what I mean? And it is time for him to be fired. I don't understand why they keep protecting Antifa Fauci and anyone that was involved in this whole ideology. Now they showing on TV how they was, doing experiments on puppies and different stuff like that, and they were doing this and the third, and all this information is coming out and looking sweet and left and right, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't fooling nobody. Our focus should still be on the cleaning out of our government, of any tyrant, any Luciferian garbage, and anything to do with any demon grass shit, whether they're the Republican or the Democratic Party or the Independent or whoever else. You know what I'm saying? It's time that people step up and show their power and do some spanking. You know what I'm saying? But I don't understand why Fauci is still there and why he's not fired. Fauci has been involved with this type of beastly lab experiment garbage. You know what I'm saying? And how dare him put it on the people is what we have to ask. How far will the people allow this clown to go without him being unchecked or even put into prison if necessary? You know what I'm saying? Because the jailer man is bound to find him. You know what I'm saying? But he had been involved in this BC experiment, talking about gain of function. The NIH is full of shit, if you ask me, but that's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? They will love you. But, Bill, the GOAT, Ali Gates, was the setup guy, as we see. Now, who's bigger than him is who we have to dig into. You see what I'm saying? This is where people get a little scared. But we can't afford to get scared. You know what I'm saying? Because soldiers on a battlefield has got to stand the ground. You dig? He was a setup guy, as we see, along with Fauci Weasel. And why is Biden going to a preschool? When we see on the news, what is he doing at a preschool? That don't look good. You know what I'm saying? We see. We got pedophilia going on up in there. What's going on with Biden? I mean, why would you go to a preschool? Like, those preschool kids actually know what Joe Biden is talking about. You go in a preschool and you lucky if you get them. You lucky if you get them to keep still for a second. You talking to preschool? Why you went to junior high? Middle school, they call it up there. You know what I'm saying? You know, some pedophilia, John. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? In this action, you know what I'm saying? Why he did not go to a high school, you know what I'm saying? You know, where the overstanding is more higher. He went to a preschool. Mm-hmm. All right, we're gonna leave that subject alone. You know what I mean? Because it don't look good. And even Democrats don't really care because they're on a rampage of chaos anyway. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. You know what I mean? Coming over part 3.